but it's also like I would not go out of my way to eat it. So
Is it like real good for you?
I don't know if it has a lot of like significant health benefits. Like I could
Yeah.
probably go my entire life without eating durian again, and it would be fine. But
That's pretty funny.
yeah, I have. There's like one specific way I eat durian fruit though. It's literally.
I was trying to see your stickers.
Oh yeah. No. I eat it in like a biscuit form. Do you know Pocky? Like the. So they're these like Asian chocolate biscuits.
Okay.
Or they come in different flavors, but the primary one is like chocolate biscuits, and it's like a biscuit basically covered with chocolate, and they made a durian version of it, like a white chocolate durian flavored thingamajig.
Uh-huh.
And
That smelled like old sock.
well, it smelled like profound. Like
Okay.
it actually smelled.
Profound.
Yeah, it smelled exactly how I would imagine durian to smell. But then it didn't taste bad. So then I felt like, oh my God, am I changing?
Uh-oh.
like, oh, I'm entering a new era. Like, am I gonna start like durian? But I'll look up. Let me look up the Pocky. Pocky is like one of my favorite snacks.
And it's
too.
part of a fruit, durian.
Durian is the actual
Durian,
fruit.
the actual fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Like Pocky sticks. These are. Let me see. They're like they're Japanese. Like
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Pocky,
Yeah.
So like Pocky, the brand made a durian version of it.
Okay.
Which I didn't even realize like you could make a durian version. There's like.
Could you get it here somewhere?
I don't know. I got it in Kansas City when I was visiting my godfather, and I brought some home, and it was funny because I made my family try it, and like they didn't like it, but I did, and they were like, "You're just different."
You're
Like,
just different.
Yeah, they were like, "You're disgusting for that," and I was like, "Literally, I'm trying to like tap into my roots more."
That's funny. Yeah, we're just learning what the D in Kit D Mallari stands for.
Yep,
Which
stands
is
for durian.
Durian, a really sneaky fruit.
Yeah. Stinky fruit.
Just make sure that you're talking like right into it.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, I guess we're ready to start. Welcome, and we're starting early for once. Holy crap! This is like
Oh.
like a first for us. It's
Wait,
always,
really?
it's always like a half hour late. Now we're 7 minutes early. So
I'm always I say I run on Filipino time for the most part, but when
See,
it comes to like things,
same
it's
Colombian time is like if I say 8 o'clock, it's like 9.
Yeah, POC time.
Yeah.
you allot at least like a 15 to 45 minute time frame
Right.
in which you're actually gonna show up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we mean no disrespect by it. It's just,
Yeah.
it's
No, it's just
It's just our clock. It's
a way
kind of
of-
like that.
It's a way of life.
But yeah, we're here early for Tiny Talk number 48. We're here with a really special artist who, surprisingly enough, I haven't seen play live yet. And I say surprisingly because she runs in the same circles that pretty much I run in, with the likes of DK and Tiger, Hudson Pierce, Tati Renee, Shay Ferrara, Rylan Rivas. I'm just naming people that are going to be there for her show on Tuesday for her special kid collab session / birthday session. Without further ado, please help me in welcoming to the Tiny Talks, Kit Mallari. Pew, pew, pew. Welcome.
Not the sound effect. Hi guys.
Fa.
I love that with Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. I saw them
Yeah.
live earlier this year in April. Life-changing
Nice.
concert. Oh my God. If I could relive that day, I would.
Well-
I still do. So
Welcome to the Tiny Talks.
Thank
Good to
you.
have you here.
I'm very grateful to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, this is kind of cool that I'm kind of first meeting you with the rest of my audience here.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know you so well, although you did come here last week for an amazing rehearsal for your show on Tuesday that freaking blew me and a lot of people that are walking by blew us away. So since I found out a couple cool things about you, like you're also from Queens, New York,
Yeah.
right?
I was born there.
Just like me, which is awesome. So that's where you're born.
I was born in Queens, New York. Yes.
Are you first generation here? Because I know you're Filipino artist,
Yes.
right?
I'm Filipino American. My parents immigrated from the Philippines in the 90s,
Okay.
and then I was born in New York, and then we moved here.
So first
Yeah.
generation here.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Way to go.
Yeah. I don't remember much of New York. I will be completely honest. I
Yeah.
do make it. I feel like I make it a personality trait of mine. Like, yeah, I'm from New York, and then like they're like,
It's always part of you, even if
Yeah,
you're
it's a part
just
of me.
born there. Yeah.
and they're like, what's your favorite? What's your favorite memory? And then I blank because I'm like, Honestly, the only thing I
Just say
remember
the
was
pizza.
I tell them there was a random memory I remember. I picked apples at some point, and I don't know which park it was, but that's all. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
I went back in like 2022, so I do have
Yeah.
some memories of New York, but
Yeah,
yeah.
same here. I was born in Queens, but I was pretty much like 9 years old or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I moved here when I was 3, so I was raised in
I have some
Dallas,
memories.
yeah.
Like over there, a really distinct one is their playgrounds are kind of like underground. They're kind of like
Oh.
pits.
Yeah.
Like you're walking by and like below you is like where the playground is kind of. It's.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that.
I think that was a safety thing. So like instead of having a gate, it was kind of like under like
Oh.
like
I see.
a layer, so like kids couldn't, I guess, crawl out easily. Is my guess. I don't know. And handball, people playing handball, and of course the pizza. Just always say the pizza.
I still fold my pizza whenever it's a thin crust. Like I
Yeah.
have to, it's like a sandwich.
Yeah.
In a way, I don't know if I'm gonna piss off New Yorkers.
No,
saying
that's
that, but
that's
like,
the way you
that's
do
just
it.
the way to eat it.
That's the way you do it,
Yeah.
and you let the oils run down.
You just
Yep.
angle it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
So yeah, so first generation. So you went from Queens and then pretty quickly down to Dallas, or
Yeah, so in 2003 we moved to, I wouldn't say Dallas. We grew up in North Texas, so I
Okay.
grew up in Frisco.
oh, cool.
Yeah, so like near the McKinney, Plano, Frisco, Allen area. That's where I frequented the most. And
Before the soccer stadium.
yeah, it's kind of,
Yeah.
well, we lived like maybe 10, 15 minutes
Okay.
from the FC soccer stadium,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we didn't move to like this area, like Saxe Garland around until 2022, I would say. So, but we've been in like I've been based in Dallas since 22 or 2003. Yeah.
So what brought you from Queens all the way down here?
My mom and dad.
Yeah?
I didn't.
Like a
I
job
don't think
opportunity or something?
yeah, so they both are registered nurses, and
Oh, cool.
I think part of it was they didn't want to raise a family in the city, so they wanted to find another more family-friendly state. And Texas was kind of an up and developing state at the time, so
Yeah.
they
Cost of
moved
living
here,
way
yeah.
better than
Yeah.
New York or New Jersey for sure.
I mean, sometimes I do wonder how it would be living in the city like that, but we also didn't live in Queens majority. I think there's a point we lived in Long Island, and then
Oh, nice.
like we had moved around a few places in New York before we even came here to Texas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So how old are you about when you moved down here?
3 years old. So
Okay,
I was
there's-
born in 2000.
So there's no culture shock for you.
No,
pretty
yeah.
much, yeah.
I think maybe the only thing is probably like the amount of grass that was here
Yeah.
versus like the lack thereof
Yeah.
in the city. Probably I like had a little kid moment with that, but yeah,
Yeah,
not
I-
so much a culture shock.
I moved here in 06 after graduating in 05
Okay.
from Jersey. And the biggest thing was the first couple of weeks I had to get used to people just like looking at you like as you're walking by them. Like I'm at the park jogging, they're like looking at me. I'm like, what are you looking at?
Yeah,
And they're like, no, hi. I'm like, oh, hey.
yeah.
Like, I'm not used to that.
You're like, mind your business.
I'm always like, what are you looking at?
It's like, you talking to me?
Yeah, you talking to me? I'm the only one here. So yeah, so pretty much your whole life down here, huh?
Yeah.
So when did you start noticing music start to come out?
Ooh.
Like, what was the inspiration to like that kind of like the spark? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go through the whole trajectory of
Yeah,
like
let's
my
go.
music journey. I was like trying to mentally
When did
prepare.
that spider bite you?
When did the spider bite me? So actually, no. I would say, because I don't want to be like cheesy and say like, oh, I've always been singing since I was ever since I was little. But like honestly, I feel like that's a common origin story for a lot of
Yeah.
singer-songwriters. For me, I think my first recollection of singing in particular was I was 8 years old in elementary school choir. It was like a huge I think it was all region of sorts, where there was just like a bunch of little kids singing, and I just like thought it was really cool. I distinctly remember really liking my music teacher. Her name was Miss Dahl. I don't know where she's at, but I hope she's doing well.
Oh.
Like she literally was so cool, so encouraging, so inspiring. Like, and flash forward to middle school, I think that's when I started getting more comfortable with like singing covers, or just like that's when I started getting the iPod. Like everyone was into the Apple iPod, and like that was kind of the precipice in which I was gonna get a phone. I had like a slide up phone, not a flip phone, but like a green slide up phone. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was a BlackBerry of sorts. I do remember, and I'll mention my family and siblings a lot during this podcast, but I think there's a point in time, I think it was in middle school, I was really obsessed with Adele.
Yeah.
Could not explain why. I mean, there's many reasons why. There's a multitude of reasons why. But it was Set Fire to the Rain. I remember asking my younger sister Zoe on like my old phone. Like there was no, like technology was not as advanced as it is today. I asked her to,
For you to say that.
I asked her to send multiple, or like I asked her to film multiple clips of me singing like specific phrases from Set Fire to the Rain.
Nice.
And that was like, that was such a funny core memory.
Are they still out there somewhere?
No, they will never see the light of day.
I bet you she has them stored
Zoe
somewhere.
will clown me for it because I don't even remember like the extent of what she remembers, but I do remember like I was locked in. I was like, we're gonna record this line, and then she got so annoyed at me. She was like, just take it already. like it was so serious for no reason.
Yeah.
But so I did that, and then in ILA, which was like an English class in middle school. My teacher had like a show and tell of sorts, and her whole prompt was like we could do poetry, we could do like journal prompts of like how we're coping with things, or like anything to our heart's content. And I wanted to be different, and I was like, what if I just sang, or like what if I wrote song lyrics and then I just like sang that instead of presenting my writing.
Yeah.
And so I remember
Smart.
singing Lost at Sea by Zed, featuring Ryan Tedder from One Republic. That was like a pivotal song for me. Like that was the first time I got into EDM, which is a whole story in of itself. And then I did covers here and there.
This was around middle school, was it?
Around middle
Okay.
school, yeah, like 11
so
or 12.
Let's rewind a little bit. So in the beginning, you were just like singing this like kind of like songs that you heard around you?
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
was your family kind of musical?
Both my parents, as far as they've told me, they were both in Glee Club. My mom picked up a guitar at some point. She will tell you she doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But I would say, well, actually, my parents would say that musical talent runs in like my mom's side of the family.
Cool.
My Lola, Jessie, she was a really good singer. My siblings and I kind of refer to her as like a Filipina Julie Andrews.
Ooh,
so
nice.
yeah. So.
And
We're pretty musically inclined. All three of my siblings and I, like, we were involved in choir to some capacity.
And was there always that kind of music around, like always like on the radio or like CDs or whatever?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. My dad was really big on Journey. Was a big
Nice.
inspiration. He really liked. I think Savage Garden was a really big
Cool.
inspiration. Evanescence. Like we had range. So
Nice, pretty eclectic style.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So music was a pretty prominent part of our lives. And then I think in terms of like singing, songwriting, instrumental background, I was actually not in choir in middle school. I was in band in middle school.
Okay.
So I was a band kid.
Which instrument?
I played clarinet.
Cool.
Yeah, I played clarinet until 6th grade, and then 7th and 8th grade, they wanted to upgrade me, and they gave me the bass clarinet.
Okay.
I think I was good at it because I was in the varsity band, or like the I don't know what they call it. I think it was like the higher up band.
Yeah.
So I did bass clarinet for 2 years, and then high school rolled around. I did not want to do marching band.
I was gonna ask if you did marching band.
No, I think for the longest time I wanted to be in drill team and cheer and just not band. I just didn't want to wear the whole get up. I didn't want to pass out of heat stroke.
This is true. Yeah, I freaking played the bass drum.
Oh
the
my
marching
god,
band. That was awful.
Yeah, well,
It was fun, but yeah, wearing all that crap.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was a good. I mean, like I had a lot of band friends that I
Yeah.
still like kept in touch with, but then I just felt like that was just not me, and so I did choir all 4 years of high school instead, and then on top of that, I was very involved in church choir as well. I was raised Catholic, so I was a cantor or like the mass soloist. I would sing the responsorial psalms and everything. And then senior year, I think I did worship band. And so I I just kept music around, like, throughout growing up and everything.
And it was at that point just a hobby or something to do kind of like as a high school extracurricular thing?
Yeah,
Right.
it was kind of just like a not side hustle per se. It was more just like a hobby that
Yeah.
I like on Instagram.
It's
I
like,
made
check
it.
out this
Yeah.
thing that I can do also.
Yeah, I was like, I dabble in singing.
Yeah.
I also did get guitar lessons at some point between middle school and high school. There was a place called Nadine's Music Manor. I don't think it exists anymore. Rip. But I had a really cool guitar teacher for like 2-3 years maybe, and then piano I did in high school with my siblings as well. So I kind of like dabbled here and there. And then I do play the ukulele. That was more so in college because I picked it up when my ex or my boyfriend at the time, he like gifted me a ukulele. And then I just like it was a tiny guitar, and it was kind of easier for me to pick up than an
Yeah.
actual guitar. And then I kind of just kept it around. So
Nice.
yeah.
Do you remember what your like very first kind of or like what do you remember the artist that kind of made you want to start singing like in the first place, like
Ooh,
that made you kind of just like hum around in the house or whatever, you know?
definitely Adele.
Yeah,
I would say
Adele, yeah.
definitely Adele
Nice.
was a big inspiration. I just loved like how just like colorful her voice was, and just like how expressive she was, not only with her lyricism but just like connecting with her audience
Yeah.
and just with the people that listen to her
The
music.
emotion behind her stuff.
Yes.
Oof, yeah.
No, I like still blast her in the car when I'm like getting emotional. I would say Bruno Mars too.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is a big inspiration for all of my siblings and I. That's why I was really happy whenever he came on tour. I fought people for those. Like I was on Ticketmaster. You can ask my sister. I was like hunched over in the computer, like I need to get these tickets.
Yeah.
I don't care what I need to do, whose toes I need to step over. I'm seeing Peter Hernandez live. Like that is like if that's the last thing I do. So
Is that his name?
Peter, yeah, I
Okay.
think Peter Gene Hernandez is like
I didn't
Bruno
know that.
Mars's actual legal name.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong about that, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But Google is free.
Yeah, right.
Hi. My friends are here.
Hello.
They're tuning in live.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I guess it was just like like I said, singing covers and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So when and what inspired you to start writing your own stuff?
Oh, trauma.
Because now we're like around the high school time, right?
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
high school time. I would say my first taste of like songwriting was very just like unserious. It was more just like a coping mechanism. Like, oh, this person hurt me. I'm gonna write a song about it. Okay, good. So I did that. I think the first time I wrote a full song was senior year of high school. And then what's it called? I don't remember if that song was good or not, to be honest. It probably wasn't, if I can't remember.
Is it
but
anywhere?
I don't know. Well, it's in my notebook that
Okay,
I
all right.
can't find for some reason. But
We
I
gotta
would
find
say,
this.
I know I have to uncover the vault.
Yeah.
I would say I really didn't get into songwriting until maybe like freshman year of college, like 2019. I'm actually gonna mention my friends that just pulled up because
Hey.
I won't embarrass them too much. But 2019, I think, was the first time that I got more into like songwriting because I was going through my first breakup at the time. I was going through like friendship turmoil, and I felt like I wanted to tap into something that was healthy to express. And I wrote a song on the ukulele that is actually on YouTube. It's called Wake Up Call.
All right.
That was like the first song I wrote about my ex. It was a very cheesy song, like I wish you well even though you hurt me bad. Like, it was one of those songs. And then flash forward, I met my friend Evan, actually. Shout out Evan.
Pew, pew,
Evan
pew.
Barnes. He's a Evan and I met through a mutual friend of ours that I had in college. And long story short, I'm not going to make this podcast like a whole trauma dump. But
Go for it.
we had a falling out.
Uh-huh.
Essentially, the whole premise of that was that she didn't really value our friendship as much as I thought that she would. And then I had originally wrote a song for her, like kind of as a diss track to her boyfriend that had cheated on her.
Oh.
and it was just kind of like a, please love yourself because you're better than that. And then I changed the meaning of the song after her and I had a falling out, and then I think Evan and I were hanging out one day, or like I hopped on a call with him or something or other, and I was like, hey, dude, I kind of want to actually make this song something. And he was like, all right. And then he was just like playing with the guitar progression, and then My Dear Friend was born. Ooh. That was one of like the coolest experiences for me because it was just kind of like a part of my self-healing.
Like a release.
It's like a recurring joke in like my friend circles. Like whenever I come out with more original music, sometimes Evan will like go on my Instagram and he'll be like, play My Dear Friend. And then I'll like be like, absolutely not. But like it's a very sentimental song in a sense that it like kind of helped me jumpstart.
Yeah.
And then flash forward, I didn't actually get into releasing that song until 2023. And 2023 is where I met Elijah Red, other dude
right.
over here. And we met by chance. He was a coworker of mine at Dutch Bros, or like there's a couple coworkers of mine. And he was also Filipino and was into music. And then his friends were like, you should meet Kid, or something to that effect, I think. Please quote me or correct me if I'm wrong. But from then, we kind of talked about music. And then he had a song out called I Need a Hug, I'm Lonely. And then he was like, oh, do you want to like feature in the song as a girl part? And I was like, I mean, shit. Oh.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I was like, I mean, I guess. And then so then that happened. And then My Dear Friend was released in between that time. And then I like kind of just got onto this whole inspiration of like, I kind of want to do this more. And then I kind of asked Eli like, oh, like, do you think you could help me with releasing more songs? And then Kill This Possibility was another song that him and I collaborated on. And then, yeah. And then all that to say, I was also going through like a lot in nursing school because
so you're also
I'm a registered nurse as well.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
So aside from music, that's my full-time job. That's my day job.
Cool.
And so like in between trying to songwrite and everything, I also was in the trenches with nursing school. All of my friends can tell you about it. I was down so bad for education. At the time. But I think it was like my senior year of nursing school when I had finally got into a point where like I'm in the home stretch. I'm about to start a new career, start a new chapter. I wanted to get into music again. And then that's when I kind of tapped into the open mic scene and like event planning. And I didn't know the first thing about like networking. I'm a very outgoing person in general, but like I didn't know the first way to go about it. So instead of like putting myself out there and going to other people's open mics, for some reason I was just like, oh, what if I just plan them myself? And so that happened, and then I met my friend
planning your own shows.
Yeah, so
how'd you do that?
I kind of just did it. I don't, for lack of
just found a venue and just called them and said, hey, who do I have to speak to?
Essentially, yeah. So
nice. It's the best way. The worst I can say is no, right? Big deal.
No, exactly. And so I think the way I went about it was very like not really typical. I'm very big on networking and just like connecting with other people. And so I went to this event called Lone Star Palenque. It's a Filipino market. And I met my friend Veronica there. She was an event coordinator of sorts at Lone Star. And then I like connected with her on Instagram, or I saw her on Instagram, saw that she's also a poet and she does open mics. And so I reached out to her through an Instagram DM on a whim. I was like, hey, girl, so I saw you do open mics. Like, do you think you could help me host my own? She's like, yeah, let's do it. And then we hopped on a call. I told her my vision on like how I wanted to do open mics. My whole premise with the open mics was kind of not only doing the open mics, but kind of having opportunity to feature like other musicians.
Right.
So then we hosted our first one in February of 2024. And then from there, I like side quested a little bit. I joined a nightlife group for like some time.
A nightlife group?
Yeah, okay. That was like
a dating group or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, absolutely not. It was like a club scene kind of, because I didn't really go out much in high school or like even much of college, I would say. I was very outgoing, but then I like didn't really go out much until after or closer to post grad. And so Abyss was the nightlife group that I was part of, and I just wanted to also kind of pick someone else's brain about event planning in general, not just open mics.
Smart.
Yeah, so I kind of like worked my way up. I was a ticketer. I kind of helped like pass the wristbands out, like check the IDs, and then I did that for some time. And then I had asked the manager of that group, like, hey, what are your thoughts on trying to expand, you know, your horizons on y'all's audience and like doing an open mic? And so then that was a collaboration event of sorts. And then that event went pretty well. And then I kind of had a revelation, like, I don't think that the open mic group that I had in mind, I wanted it to be just a subgenre or like a branch off of another nightlife group. I wanted it to be its own entity. Mm-hmm. And so I had a conversation with the manager, like, hey dog, peace out. Like, this is not my cup of tea anymore. And like, you know, no hate to the group, but I think it was just like I aligned more with the open mic community than the nightlife community. And I had to kind of learn that with trial and error. And then the drop became a thing. And then now, like, the drop has become an open mic group that is recognized, like, by the distribution service that I'm associated with, called Green Tea. And
the drop.
Yeah, the drop.
All right.
So the drop DFW, that's the open mic group that I created. The whole concept of it is it's a pop-up mic concept, mainly because my schedule is absolutely insane, not only as a healthcare worker, but just as someone who does so many side quests and side hustles.
Right.
It's kind of, we drop in and then, you know, wherever we can, whenever I can, really, with my schedule. And it's like, it's a whole little community, so.
If you ever want to bring it here, you know.
I know, the drop
easy.
has another venue now.
Yeah, for real. Super easy.
Venue unlocked, for sure.
So you mentioned about someone else being also a poet. So you also do poetry?
I don't do poetry, no.
Okay,
So
I was like, that too?
No, I have friends that are poets, actually. I've become closer friends with a couple of people that do poetry that are incredible at it. But I appreciate poets a lot. And like a lot of poets have actually come to like some of the drop events as well. Whether they be from Veronica's circles or just like they find it by chance, which is really cool.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So, all right. So around the college time was when you started writing for yourself, right?
Yes.
How many songs have you written since then? Ish? Like, are you sitting on like a nice vault right now? Like,
yeah, there's a good vault. I would say, like in total, including the ones that are released and everything, maybe a good like 20.
Nice.
At least. Yeah, at least 20. There's like 10 to 15 that I would like comfortably say like, yeah, I could probably perform this if I was given 2 weeks or so, or like some practice.
Would you say there's a general theme to your music, or to your writing at least?
Kind of. I would say like my style or like the way I go about songwriting is definitely tapped into personal experience or just like whether either personal experience or like hypothetical experiences that I feel like people can resonate to. One of the most recent singles that I say most recent, and it was released in 2025.
Well, that's pretty
It's
recent.
still pretty recent, yeah. Recent enough. But that's real cute. The most recent single that's up right now, what's it called? That one was a purely hypothetical, like it was a prompt that I gave to myself, like hypothetically, how would I write a song about having a crush on someone or like finding someone that's
prompt.
like, I like manifest, like
that.
it was like an accidental manifestation. I was like, all right, so what is the feeling gonna be when I do that? And so that's how I went about it. And then most of the more recent songs that I've started writing are mainly inspired by like feelings that I've had or like thought processes I've had.
Would you say like mostly kind of like sad feelings or kind of just a mixed bag of whatever? Like are there some happy songs? Like
there are some. Yeah, there's a few happy songs. There's like some happy songs where it's
Don't get me wrong, I love sad music, like for sure, but you know.
No, yeah, I feel like bittersweet is a good way to go about it. It's like I have written a lot of songs about like I'm grateful for my experience, but also this like
But also, fuck
traumatized
that,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, but also this very much traumatized me, and I'm going to therapy for this. But
Nice.
yeah, there's a good amount of bittersweet songs. I would say there's a lot of songs that I want to write that are about like more empowerment and just like you got it, girl.
Yeah.
Type of songs. There's a couple songs where I've collaborated with a couple of my song friends. There's a song that like I don't think it's ever gonna see the light of day. It's called "In My Corner," and me, Evan, Eli, and then our other friend Kirabel, we like tried tinkering around with an idea for it, and it's still there. I don't know how we're gonna process it, but you know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a lot of ideas that I have.
Nice.
Things, so yeah.
So how many songs are out right now? Streaming?
3.5.
3.5.
I say a half because the half is including the feature that I am on Elijah Red's song. I Need a Hug, I'm Lonely.
Okay, I get
Please
you.
stream it on
Nice.
all music streaming platforms. He's giving a smirk right now.
So, do you have a sort of process when you write, like a sort of like step 1, step 2, step 3 thing, or sometimes it just kind of come to you like real quick and you just write a song in like 10, 15 minutes,
It depends.
or both?
It depends, honestly.
Right.
I would say in COVID time, I would say that there was like, I was down a rabbit hole of like music talk for some point. Like there was like music producers that were like, oh, hop on this open verse, and then this is the prompt, and then I would like be in my room like for like 30, 45 minutes straight, like, okay, what lyrics can I come up with? And then I would take like an extra hour trying to like film it. I've like, I've archived those videos. There's a few that are still up on there.
Cool.
But like it's circumstantial, I would say. And in general, when it comes to me songwriting, I would say if I have an idea, like whether it be a lyric or a concept, I just write it in my Apple Notes and then I kind of just like toss it and I'm like, all right, that's good.
Like,
and then
here's my idea for the song, and then
I
just kind of let it
literally
go.
I type it out on my phone. Like if you look through my Apple, I'm gonna expose myself real bit. Yeah, literally, like I'll write a lyric or I'll write a topic, and then I will like write, okay, what kind of song do I want to do that? And then I kind of just like keep it on the back burner, and then if it comes back in my mind, then I go back.
Then it's
to
meant
it.
to be kind
yeah,
of thing?
I also have severe ADHD, so it's like
But
really
that's interesting, though.
Yeah. I think in terms of like when I get to a point where I'm actually locked in on a song, I tend to try and figure out a melody first. But then it's dependent on whether or not I'm like singing from a YouTube beat versus like a chord progression. I've kind of transitioned into whenever I'm songwriting now because I've found a lot more musically inclined friends recently.
Yeah.
I'll go off of chord progressions more, but I use YouTube beats a lot on the beginning stages of me songwriting. And so I would like kind of try and figure out the melody, and then from there I would simultaneously just start like speaking gibberish, and then if I like that, I would just keep repeating it again and again and
Then
be like,
the words just kind of
and
come
then
out,
the
huh?
words just spewed out of me like word vomit.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
That's similar to how the Beatles wrote some songs.
Oh, really?
They would. There was one song that was like one of their big ones where literally Paul McCartney was just reading the newspaper, just to have words, and then all of a sudden certain words popped out, and then it kind of fleshes out that way.
No, yeah, I think that's probably like I mean, I'm a very chaotic person, so I feel like it's very fitting that the way that I songwrite is very chaotic, like at baseline. But yeah, so
It seems kind of I don't know if metaphysical is the right word, but I think that's kind of cool that you'll write it down and just kind of let it go, and then if it comes back, then you'll spend some time on it.
No, yeah, because
That's
that happened actually the other day because I wrote a song.
Because that would drive me nuts if I had an idea for a song, and I'm like, here's my idea, and
You're
then
like, I have to finish it.
now I have to finish this song. Like,
Don't get me wrong. There are some songs where I'm like, I need to finish this, or I think I can finish it, and like if I do have like the willpower to do it, then I will. But then like for most of the time, there's like a lot of ideas that like bounce around in my head, and I'm like, like how badly do I want to stress myself out over this? And,
that's freaking awesome.
and like
'cause
7 times out of 10, it's usually not worth it.
that seems like a really healthy way to kind of deal with that, because like someone like me, I'll be like, nope, I have to get all these thoughts out, or else I'm gonna go nuts.
Yeah, I feel like it's also kind of like funny to like look back at my Apple Note because I'll just look at them. Sometimes I'll just be looking at my Apple Notes and I'll
what
be
was I
like,
thinking there?
no, like I think the other day I was looking and I was like, what did I mean by this? Like one of my notes, I literally just pulled it up, analysis paralysis. That's from my friend Will Heiss. He was on this podcast earlier. Nice. Him and I were on FaceTime the other night, and then he said analysis paralysis, and I was like, I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah.
I have no reason to, but I'm gonna write it down anyway. So.
Right.
But yeah.
That's so interesting. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a song that kind of just like came to you and you wrote it in like 15 minutes? Like it was also like almost organic, you know, like how it happened?
Yes, actually. Yeah. It was one of my unreleased songs that I will be performing on Tuesday. It's called People Pleasin'. That song, I was very emotionally charged for some reason whenever I like came up with the lyrics. And I think I was like at a point in my life where I was just like, oh my God, I'm like so sick and tired of like holding on to all these emotions. And at the time I was approached by an Australian producer overseas through Instagram, and he like sent me a couple of his beats that he was working on, and then one of the beats I really vibed with, and then I just started humming to it, and I was like, like this kind of works. And then I just started like singing like how I was feeling, and then I kind of was taken aback, and I was like, oh wait, this like
that's actually pretty good.
But then in the back of my head, I was like, I really hope Who Hurt Me like isn't traumatized from the song.
Yeah.
But so People Pleasin' is actually one of the fastest songs I would say that I wrote. The lyrics are simple as it is. The whole meaning of it is just like how it feels to give more than you're receiving, and kind of like always being on the front end of like never really getting what you know you deserve.
I can relate to this.
Yeah, that's been like a long winding like topic, not even just for me, but for like friends that I hold really dear. And like that's been like a point of advice that I feel like I've not only wanted to give my past self, but like other people now. And then People Pleasin' was born, and I was like, damn.
Hell yeah.
Like, I was a little sassy with it too. Like some of the lyrics, I'm like, I really came up with that, I guess. Like, but yeah.
So now that you have a few songs under your belt, what would you describe your genre? I guess, like, say if you were playing on the street and somebody walking by never saw you and said, "Hey, what kind of music do you play?"
That's like I want to say I have a lot of heavy R&B influence. Like my voice itself, I feel like I listen to a lot of R&B artists. Like Kehlani is one of my all-time favorite artists. I listen to Kiana Lede, Ella Mai, Mahalia, to name a few. I would say like a mixture of R&B. I would say pop, kind of, because My Dear Friend's like Christian girl pop. It's like the production of it.
Yeah.
I would say. So it's just like kind of like a combination of the two, like R&B pop.
Poppy R&B.
I want to say indie pop, but like indie very loosely, because it's like almost like an umbrella term for me. Because like the way that I write, I would say I think is like leaning more towards like indie style, but then the way I sing is more R&B or influenced.
So indie R&B.
Indie R&B.
There we
Indie
go.
B.
Indie B.
That's not a thing.
It is now, damn it.
No, I'll make it one.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Indie B. But yeah.
So does that take us pretty much like to where we are now?
I would say so.
So
yeah.
Did you release your own first song, or did you have some help from a studio or something?
I am a chronic studio hopper, producer hopper. That sounds like I'm exposing myself. But I'm self-aware. So you know what? That's the first step. Don't thumbs down at me. I producer. I think part of the reason is like I don't have like personal equipment with. That's a goal of mine, is to like get an actual mic, get actual equipment, and like sit down and do that. But like my first song was with Oz from. I'm trying to remember the studio. I think it wasn't Luminous. It was Oz Studio Life is his Instagram. Shout out to him. Like he's worked with Cash Page. He's worked with a couple of other artists that I know. He had a really cool tea nook. I remember like he had like a bunch of like random brewed teas, and I felt like
wow.
yeah, it was a cool experience. And then my second song was with Eli in his home studio.
Nice.
He just wanted was it a Kane's box combo? I think he just wanted a Kane's box combo and like hype
Nice.
for like helping me with the song. And then my friend Andy Yu, incredibly talented producer, choreographer, like master of just master of so many things. He's also mastering one of my recent singles, and then this most recent one, People Pleasin', that I just mentioned, Bradley, or Proxim Engineer, I think is his Instagram title. Like he's helping master. So I
Nice.
got all over the place.
Well, it's good you got a lot of help, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not easy to do it all by yourself.
The power of networking.
For sure,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an interest of ever kind of learning that just to kind of learn to do yourself?
To an extent,
I
yeah.
mean, it's probably a lot to kind
Yeah.
of pile on with everything else, but yeah.
I would say yes, but I'm also like, I say yes very like carefully because I know that there's a lot of elements to like the
Yeah.
production aspect of things. I definitely want to get to a point where it's like, as an artist, I'm able to understand the producer lingo a lot more.
I would say, yeah, learn the
Yeah.
language, yeah.
That was one
Yeah.
thing that I've been working on. Will and I have gone close because he's helped me track vocals for one of my songs. And like he's been a mentor, older brother of sorts to help me kind of like
Nice.
navigate through like, this is what it means when like you want to like make the tone of the song like drier, or like this is what it means when your vocals are like there's too much reverb in it, or like little things like that where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah, right.
Not like I just want you to make it sound pretty. Like there's way more that goes into that, for sure. So, but yeah.
So I'm just pulling up your flyer because I guess we can talk about your show coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
The Kid Collab session.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy session. We're going to have featured Shay Ferrara, Hazel, Tiger Scott from the DK and Scott duo, Hudson Pierce, Elijah Red, Evan Barnes, Tatiana Renee, and Rylan Rivas. Crazy lineup. So what inspired you to have this kind of collab session instead of your typical, I'm the headliner, a couple of openers, you know, or taking the whole time by yourself?
I feel like just from my perspective as an artist, one of the things that I feel like I'm internally grateful for that I like wanted to make sure was like the whole premise of the show was just collaboration and community. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for all of those people. Like if it weren't for Eli and Evan, they played an integral part in being an artist. I'll hype them up, but not too much so they don't get big hits. But I would say like I just wanted to kind of pay homage to like, especially like the people that I feel like had helped me grow as an artist, not only just as an artist but as a person, for the show. Like all of those people in that lineup have like a very special place in my heart because I know that they not only are they incredible in their own regard, they kind of push me to be the best artist that I can be, but also the best person that I can be, which sounds really cheesy
Nice.
and sappy.
No, that's okay.
And then
I feel the same about these artists, honestly.
yeah, like, and they deserve to get all the flowers that they can get.
Yeah.
Like, I can go on and on about, like, how Shay, Hazel, and Tati and I were doing a song that I'm not going to spoil it because I'd
be
like,
sick.
it's so good. And it was, like, in the practice session that we were doing it, it's so good.
And it was so cool seeing Hazel almost being, like, the conductor, too.
Yes,
I was like,
literally,
wow, they can
Hazel
really,
is my
collaborate.
big sister in music and just in life, and her and Shay both, and I love them to death. They're so inspiring.
So how did you meet all of them?
So it was actually through the drop. Oh my God, I
Okay.
get to talk about my friend group and everything now.
Yeah, But because like that's why I'm kind of surprised that I haven't seen you perform just yet because I've seen all of them perform.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty
I'm
friendly
also-
with all of them.
I'm also sporadic. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be at a gig and I'll be like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all in 2 months. Like, literally, that's how I was for like 2 years. So the drop was the reason why I met everyone. So it all started on February 28th of
Oh, we
this
have the
year. Yeah, I know. I have it to the date. So
of 25.
oh no, 2026. So this year actually.
This past.
I met
wow, okay.
DK or Corey, Tiger, Shay, Hazel, Tati, and Rylan all this year.
Okay.
alone. Yeah, so it was a lot of new people, new characters unlocked.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have thought that you'd known them for years the way
No,
you guys
yeah.
interact.
Which is crazy
That's
because
cool.
like I feel like I've known them longer, but so it was at Opening Bell, and that was a new location for me. The drop was collaborating with the Dallas Asian American Art Collective, or DART Club. They were also a huge support in just like being there for me as an artist and as a person, and just like wanting to uplift like the community that I wanted to build.
Yeah.
And so Eli and Evan were already pulling up to the drop because they're homies for real. And then our other friend Brent Keanu, shout out Brent. He's amazing artist as well. He was a featured artist for my collab. And so in Opening Bell, I forgot / was not aware that they have like a weekly open mic before on Saturdays from 4 to 6, and
Right.
then my event was at 7.
Oh, okay.
And so Corey and Tiger were at said Opening Bell open mic by chance. And I guess they saw me setting up and everything. I don't even remember like what I looked like. I just knew I was a big ball of stress because I had gotten off of, I was on night shift at that point, so I gotten off of 3 night shifts in a row.
Nice.
It was like I had maybe 4 hours of sleep. I was like, I need this event to go smoothly.
Yeah.
I don't want any distractions. I don't want anything to go wrong. And then while I was setting up doing sound check, Corey and Tiger came up to me and they're like, "Hi." I just remember Corey specifically.
I can almost see his face. Hi.
It was like Corey, and like both of them are above 6 foot, so it was
Yeah.
like 2 tall ass men just like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "What the hell going on? Like, what am I getting myself into?" And they were like, "Oh, are you the organizer?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me," or so. And then they're like, "Oh, well, we're DK and Tiger." And I was like, "Oh, like you guys perform and everything." And then like some of my friends were like, "Dog, you guys are so amazing. You guys are so good. Like I can't wait to see y'all perform." And I was just like, "Oh, I'm excited. Like shoot, like you guys are gonna stay?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna stay here the whole time." And then that like warmed my heart because I was so nervous that people weren't gonna show up.
Yeah, I get that.
And so that like made my entire night. And then they performed, and then Eli performed, Evan performed. It was like a big grand old I was a big ball of relief and happiness at that point. And then after that, we just like were vibing with each other and everything. We went to Italian Express off of Oaklawn. I'm gonna explain the origin of like my new friend group called the Jimmy Jams.
The Jimmy Jam.
The Jimmy Jams is a friend group of mine that is very dear to my heart. Love everyone. It's a 12-person group chat. And so that group chat came about because I was sending the address to like Italian Express. Like all of us were kind of just vibing with each other. And at the end of the night, I just remember it was me, Corey, Tiger, Eli. Evan went home. That night he was like, "I'll see y'all on the flip side," because I think there's traffic. There's like a few other people. Our friend Kylie, my sister Zoe. I'm trying to think who else was there. Our friend Nicole. So we had gotten dinner, and like on the way back from the parking lot, there was at some point in time, I don't know where he got it. Corey comes up to us in the middle of the parking lot with a rock, and he's like smiling. And like at some point in the conversation, there's like at dinner we were talking about star signs, like zodiac signs and everything, and Corey and Tiger mentioned that they were Capricorns. Corey goes, "I like dirt." At some point in the conversation,
I like dirt.
And so he picked up a rock, and then he just shows it to the group, and I was like, "Wait." I go into my car, I pick up like a little Sharpie, I put a smiley face on said Sharpie, and then Jimmy was born. Jimmy is our
The
rock. He is more than a rock. He's our son. The light of our life. I still am having custody issues because I haven't seen him in months. But it's fine. But so Jimmy was born, and then that group chat was born, and then it's just like a bunch of us. Just like there's like good mix of like non-music people and music people there. So it's kind of like anytime we have a gig, anytime we have something going on, we'll like promote it on their like shameless self-plug because it's a safe space. And then we'll just be goofy
I hear
with each
a
other.
song called Jimmy.
A Jimmy Jam collab, honestly. And I like
Tell the story of Jimmy.
We've had like a Jimmy Jam collab for like Eli had a recent single, Suit Sprites. Go stream that on Spotify. He had a music video showing, and we had a Jimmy Jam after that. And so like, yeah, I would just say so. Anyway, Jimmy Jams was created, and then flash forward, Tiger and Corey had invited me to Sunday dinner. That's Shay Ferrara's thing, where she hosts at her house. It's a whole jam session where we just eat good pasta and like meet new people. And I was really nervous because I remember whenever Tiger had invited me, he was saying that there's going to be a bunch of like music artists and everything. I was like, what if I go nonverbal and just like not sing? Like, what if I just like uncharacteristically not?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, like everyone's very sweet, everyone's very warm, and like that very much is what happened. I also, Shay lives all the way out in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I had never really felt like the need to go out. The last recollection I had of being in Fort Worth, I went to the stockyards at some point with an old friend group of mine. I don't remember what happened other than me rejecting someone to dance because I was just like not feeling it. So like my experiences with Fort Worth weren't the greatest, but then like that kind of like reset my entire expectations on everything. Shay was a bright ball of light, and like it was very welcoming, and then it just felt like home whenever Sunday dinner happened. And then from then, I started coming to more gigs. I started going to Balcony Club on Thursday nights. That was like a whole thing. I still haven't gone to Creative's Factory. Well, I went to Grayson Wen. I'm actually friends with Grayson Wen as well.
Yeah?
She is also an inspiration of mine / like a friend that I look up to in the music industry. I met her through Elijah because they were at UNT Guitar Club together.
Oh, cool.
So like the web of like musicians is very big but very small. And so Shay, I met through Corey and Tiger, and then I met Hazel through Shay. Because the following Sunday dinner on May, Shay was hyping up Hazel. Like, I have a friend that has, like, her husband's, like, this goated producer, and she's also, like, an amazing lyricist. My first impression of Hazel, she was on, like, Shay's, like, door back porch. I have a video of it. It was, like, her, Will's girlfriend Shannon filming, Eli, Evan, Tiger, and then like one other person. They were like having this full jam session. She was just like singing her heart out with an original song. I just stood there in awe. I was like, God is real. Like, oh my God. Like, this is actually like insane. Like how much talent I absorbed witnessing.
Yeah.
In that room. And so that's how I met Hazel. Rylan I met through Sunday dinner as well. I met Tati through Rising Voices, which was another open mic that was happening. Maddie Wright hoses it.
Maddie Wright.
Yeah. And I met Maddie through Tiger and Corey as well. So like so many people I met.
And just this year.
Wow. Hudson I met.
Well, that's why I hadn't seen you. But no, because I thought you were with them for like a long time, and it just happened to keep on missing you or something.
No, I just like, I'm too sporadic for my own good, but I like wanted to change it this year.
It's great.
So.
You're like plugged into that group too. Like that's some.
Yeah.
They're like top tier.
No, they're some of the most genuine people I've ever met. Like Hudson, I met him at Sunday dinner too, but I didn't start getting close with him until probably like when I started frequenting Balcony Club and going to far out gigs and like kind of just integrating myself in those friend circles and like and then the rest was history. So like I was gonna be dramatic and say I would die for all these people, but I would say I would. They're very dear to my heart. So, and like I know that I've wanted, like we've talked to some capacity or extent. I've talked with all of these people about collaborating in music, whether it be a gig or like songwriting. It's just always a good time around them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, aside from your show Tuesday, what do you have coming up? You got some singles that are getting ready? I
do. Yeah. I have People Pleasing and then another song called Bare Minimum. Those two songs are in the works of being mixed and mastered.
Nice.
The timing in which I'm going to release them, TBD.
Yeah.
We're going to see how I go about it. In terms of like gigs and shows, The Drop does have a couple gigs coming up. September 15th is a pretty big one. That one's going to be sponsored by Green Tea Distro, which is the distribution service that I'm part of.
Where's that going to be?
It's going to be at Opening Bell. So.
Okay, that's September?
Yeah, September 15th, yes.
All right, cool. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Is that a Saturday?
No, it's a Tuesday.
Yes, okay,
Club
good.
Going up on
that
Tuesdays.
Go.
Tuesdays are like for some reason
If
the
it's
day.
on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Sunday, I can go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. And then there may be like a couple in October that I'm trying to. I just want to like also be more like involved and just like participating more in open mics and everything too.
Have
But-
you thought about auditioning for the Dallas Sounds busking program?
Yes, actually, I've talked to Grayson and Will about it.
Yeah.
I've talked to Rylan, or not Rylan, Shay about it as well, I think, and kind of just wanted their insight on like how to go about the program and everything. I don't know what the audition process is, but I'm open to trying because I think it would be a cool opportunity. So
And
yeah.
you know the right people, which is which helps. Yeah.
Yeah, the power of networking.
Absolutely, yeah. Are you planning on doing any kind of music videos for your music?
Yes.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, for my dear friend, I had attempted to try and do a music video a few years back. We lost that footage completely.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it was. It's at a random like karaoke bar here in Carrollton, but that concept kind of fell off, which is okay. But I have a couple concepts that I'm working on for people pleasing. I think the Jimmy Jams will probably be I'm going to ask them if they want to participate in it because we participated in helping Eli with his music video. That was really cool. So yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of things in the
again,
works.
Jimmy is just a stone with a smiley face on it.
Jimmy is oh my god, hold on.
Yeah, show us a
Please
picture.
hold. I have a picture of Jimmy.
That's your camera right over there. Yeah.
Oh hey. Let me see. We were on FaceTime at some point. This is Corey's holding him. But Jimmy Felder.
Aw. Let me
He
see.
he took Corey's last name.
Okay. I was gonna say that's some merch. So
Honestly, yeah,
look
no.
up like rock stress relief balls, and just have a smiley face like that.
We
'cause
could patent that.
I
No,
wa-
my friend.
I was telling Josh Stone.
Really?
You know Josh Stone?
I've heard of him. My friends have talked to
He's
talked
like,
to me about his music.
like
yeah.
one step away from your circle.
Oh, okay.
His name is Josh Stone.
Okay.
And I was saying that you should have like a stress relief ball that just says Josh on it.
Oh,
That and then he's like, oh, but they'll throw it at me. Yeah, but it's a stress relief ball, so it doesn't matter if they
It's a
throw
soft
it at
stone.
you, right? Yeah, exactly.
No, my friend Lonnie, she made this jamming with my Jimmy's little
Oh,
art.
that's a T-shirt. Hell yeah.
Yeah, honestly, this could be a T-shirt design.
For real.
Like,
Send me that. I'll make it
Oh, I
happen.
will.
Yeah. That's
no,
awesome.
I literally, I think we were joking in the group chat at some point that if we were on a podcast, that would be like actually kind of really bad. But it would be kind of funny because
Yeah.
like there's like a lot of strong personalities in that group. Not to say that that's a bad thing. It's just a really funny group. Like,
Yeah.
and then anytime we're like in public with each other, we'll have like all these inside jokes and everything. I'm sure on Tuesday, someone's gonna mention something like in regard, like they've had a lot of jokes where I'm on the brunt end of things. I kind of just take it at this
Yeah.
point because it's like this is just the way of life, how
Yeah.
it is. But
Good.
Yeah, I'm a strong, independent woman. So.
Alrighty. So I guess we'll wrap up with a few fun ones.
Okay.
So since this show is going to be a big collab, and you've collabed with a bunch of artists already, is there any local artists that you haven't collaborated with that you would like to?
Honestly, I'm always open to collaboration, I would say. Like there's a lot of people that I feel like that I've seen. My friend Emma Kate just came back from Maryland, and she's coming back to watch the show and everything. And like I met her at Balcony, super super sweet
Oh, cool.
girl, amazing lyricist. I would love to collab with her. I know she's technically not in like local anymore,
Yeah.
but Ella Dabney. Like,
she's considered local.
yeah, she's still local.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still a
She's
Dallas
just
girl.
not here yet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually reached out to her asking for advice on like how to do a collab session because
Yeah.
I saw bits and pieces of like her Ella Collabney session,
Yeah.
and so I thought that was really cool. I wanted to kind of take a page of out of that, and so like
That'll
one
be
of the
sick.
things.
You
Yeah.
too. Oof.
I know that was a
That'd be
really cool
sick.
thing, and also Ella's absolutely phenomenal at what
Yeah.
she does, and she's
Yeah.
also a healthcare worker, so it's just like that would be an ideal. That would be a dream collab for sure.
All right, Ella, if you're listening.
I know. Shout out Ella.
Yeah, we got to make this happen
I know.
when she's back.
Yeah. And then My friend Rosie, she was also a feature. I don't know Rosie L.
Rosie L? Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
love Rosie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
I think
the best.
she met, or she actually told me about a Tiny Stage show that she had,
Yeah.
and I had a last minute gig like that happened that same night,
Yeah.
and I was like booking it here, and then by the time I got here, like no one was here, and I was like,
no.
oh my god, no. But she was a feature artist for that Drop collab where I met Corey
cool.
and Tiger and
Wow.
everything, and she's always been just so kind-hearted and sweet, and I just I would love to
literally
run it
the
back with
nicest
her.
person I've ever met in my
Literally.
entire life. Like,
She just exudes kindness.
yeah,
Like I love her.
for real, yeah.
Yeah.
It like resonates like a good like 6 feet off of her.
Yeah. No, and she's just like she has such colorful energy around her, and like just her aura in general is just a very like sweet vibe. So.
So, I guess to kind of wrap up a little bit, so you are a healthcare worker, you're a nurse,
Yes.
and you've explained this music thing as a sort of side thing, a hobby in the past. So now, since you have released a couple things, do you still kind of see it as a sort of hobby, or are you kind of getting a little more serious with it?
I'm getting a little bit more on the realm of like I want to make something substantial out of it. I
Yeah.
want to kind of like be able to do both. I made like a long recurring joke with my coworkers, like I'm a healthcare Hannah Montana,
Nice.
but it's like I kind of want to make it a reality.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice because it's like at my new job, like people kind of already know that I do sing now. They're like, so when's your next gig? And
Good.
it's like it's a cool feeling to
Yeah.
like I know like I'm good at taking care of patients, but then also like people like the music that I'm making, so it's like it's a good feeling.
Good.
And I kind of want to continue that feeling on as I go, and especially with the network that I have now and like the support that I have now.
Yeah,
I feel like,
you're seriously plugged in everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like, which I didn't think I would get to this point, but like grateful to the Lord and grateful to literally anyone in the universe.
Especially
like,
when
putting
you
me
meet the Creative Factory people.
I think I've met Jonathan and Christian in passing because I went to Grayson's Hurricane
Yeah.
single release. I would like to have more conversations with them for sure, though.
Yeah, they're
So,
amazing.
yeah.
I always tell this story but the Creative Factory, if it wasn't for them, there would be no Tiny States probably, because they were the Christian was the person that I went to desperate, like, I don't know where to find acts. Do you know anybody? He's like, sure, I got you, man.
Yeah.
And then
Like, I
from
got a
there-
whole list.
And then from then on, the snowball. Like, I would guess 200 artists coming through here is not a crazy number.
Oh my God. No, but that's still a lot.
in
Yeah.
the last couple of years. So we have a big place in our heart for Creative Factory and for what they're able to do for the local music community anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question that I always ask everybody. That's your camera. You're talking to your fellow local musicians. What would be your best piece of advice for someone that's trying to level up, trying to get going? Maybe they're stuck or something. What would your best piece of advice to kind of keep moving forward?
I would say never lose the authenticity and the genuineness that you have when you're creating. I think one of the things that I was scared of getting really into music and kind of like wanting to create my craft is I didn't want to get lost in the sauce. I didn't want to get to a point where it was like I was craving for streams. I was craving for attention, for like notoriety, for lack of a better explanation. I think
Like it wasn't forced.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it wasn't forced and it wasn't like me trying to prove myself to anyone. I think the biggest thing for me as an artist that I kind of want to carry with me throughout is just being as genuine and as authentic as possible with how I go about singing, how I go about connecting with people. Like, I think when you're creating just to create and to resonate with other people and to connect with other people for the sake of just connecting and just doing something that you love, I think that's the most important part about music. And I think that's why music has always been, why music has been such a part of my life that has picked me up from rough times, that has kind of just helped me shape myself into the person that I am. So kind of just keeping that in mind and also knowing your why and like why you create music, what you're doing it for. There's a point in time where I kind of didn't really know where I wanted to go in music. I was so hell-bent on like, I need to become a nurse. I need to be financially stable.
Yeah.
And now I'm like still working on that. But,
Right.
but it's now more so like I'm kind of in a mindset where it's just like I want to be able to just like enjoy life for what it is, doing what I love
Yeah.
with people that I love. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What a way to wrap it up.
Yay.
All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
That was
again.
Kit Mallari, Tiny Talk number 48. And we're looking forward to her Kid collab session here Tuesday.
Yep, at 7:30.
Special night, Tuesday, 7:30, right here at the Tiny Stage. We'll also be celebrating your birthday. Do you want to say which one? Or you
Yeah,
don't- you don't
yeah,
have to?
it's okay. I'm
don't
born.
have-
I'm year 2000. Y'all can do the math.
Okay, all right.
26.
Yeah, all right.
2 plus 6 equals 8. I'm gonna stop.
Hey, that's right. 8. We were just talking about the significance of the number 8.
Angel number. Yeah, 8's my favorite number because like 8's my birthday month, and I have
That's
an
ours too,
888
yeah.
tattoo on my thigh.
You do?
I do actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't.
And
No, that's not showing
I
on
was
the camera.
I was telling Kid about how many of you that have seen the Tiny Talk and heard me rant about the story of the Tiny Stage. That 888 is a big number here. That was kind of like the conception was August 8th, 2024.
Wow.
To celebrate Lionsgate 888. And this year was actually 888. It was August 8th, 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. And we're in the geographical center of Garland on the 33rd parallel. The stage faces north. So like you're in literally like a really special place here that has like all the positive frequencies and all this and that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that.
That's why I think the Tiny Stage actually kind of like took off because remember I was telling you there was no stage here. It was just 2 speakers and a mic. But people said, it's a vibe out here, though. There's a vibe. And it's like, yep, there's you're literally feeling something here.
We built the vibe from the ground up.
I
Or y'all
think-
built the vibe from the ground
yeah,
up.
for real. Johnny Appleweed, shout out. All right, everybody. So that was Tiny Talk number 48. Make sure you're here Tuesday, August 18th, 7:30 for the Kid collab session featuring, let me read off this huge list of people. This
Star-studded
star-studded is
cast.
right, yeah.
Not cast.
These heavy
Star-studded
hitters.
lineup.
We got Shay Ferrara, Hazel, Tiger Scott, Hudson Pierce, Elijah Red, Evan Barnes, Tatiana Renee, and Rylan Rivas. So it's going to be crazy. We're going to make sure everything sounds perfect. Come out here. If you can't come out, it's going to be live on YouTube as usual. So yeah, any last words for your audience, Kit?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I don't know what that was. That's always like the one thing I think. No, I'm happy to be here. And I'm, again, eternally grateful for the opportunity and just being able to connect.
No, I'm grateful that you even said yes to coming on here.
Yeah, plenty more memories where that came from.
I'm always amazed when you guys say yes.
Until
right.
the next one, or until Tuesday.
Yeah, till Tuesday. Well, yeah, we're going to end it here. And Kit is actually going to be over here with a couple of the people that are going to be there Tuesday, like Evan Barnes and Elijah Red, right? I got it right, yeah. They're going to do a little rehearsal. And if she lets me, maybe we'll go live a little bit so you can kind of get a little preview of what you'll see Tuesday. So don't go too far away. But we're going to end this right now and hopefully come back here in a little bit with a little rehearsal.
Yay.
From Kit and friends. All right, everybody. Peace.
Peace. That was fun.
That was good, yeah.
I didn't expose us too much.
Not too much.
No, I texted the Jimmy Jams. I was like, y'all, I'm about to expose everyone so bad.
That's got to be a shirt, though.